Oh, hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew ho. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Abeka Group of Companies and Sammy Flex TV presents September to Remember. And in September to Remember, Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. ATM wakonya na oni yako Dubai. Na wako shewa nisu adie. Na fe ya sansu adie niabo. Na yebeko tour places biti se Desert Safari, Dubai Frame, Atlantics Water Park, Dubai City Tour. Na fe yacht party nsu tietia. Na ya sansu party in the cloud. ATM mayen komani ya mekanchiro. Da be ya September to Remember. Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Na ya basu 24th September. Dikosi 29th September. Annie. Enti for any reservation. Anasen chirichirimu bia. Any fresh huma true for we. 0243 514732. Ana plus 971 559 494061. Proudly sponsored by Sankofa Restaurant, Taste Africa, Ohineba Jimai TV, and Afe, Edike Media. September to Remember Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Ebeye kikim.
I decided not to say so much about this particular letter because I expected everyone to know exactly what the letter means. But ever since this letter was released some hours ago, before I recorded this particular video, I have gotten so many calls from all over Ghana. People who are calling for interviews, people who are calling for explanations, people who are calling for me to say this and that about the happening and the fact that Shatta Wale has been advised by Sammy Flex, who is an executive management member, to call off the Freedom Wave 2023 concert. And because I have decided not to grant any interview about it again, I'm doing this interview because I know, or I'm doing this video because I know tomorrow many people will be calling me for interviews, reactions, and blah, 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 boom, boom, boom. But come to think of it, what am I to say again? Come to think of it, what am I going to say? Because I know some people, no matter the length of explanation you give about anything Shatta Wale, they won't take it. Because I know some people, no matter what wisdom, knowledge, sense you speak about Shatta Wale on some of these matters, they won't take it. So why am I even going to bother myself, waste energies to talk about Shatta Wale from every region in Ghana tomorrow, when I know that everybody will be calling, because Saturdays or weekends are entertainment cash cow days. I know about that. So because of that, I decided to spend just about some 10 minutes to come and explain the letter, the import of me suggesting this humbly to Shatta Wale, and again his quick response to the letter. And I'm so happy that he's responded and he's understood what I have suggested to him. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. This is the editorial, the weekend edition, and this is actually in relation to the Shatta Wale Stadium impasse and matters arising. In fact, this particular edition qualifies to be two segments on this platform. It qualifies to be Shatta updates, and it qualifies to be the editorial as well. But as much as it is one person presenting it, then why don't I sit in and do the shows as I have to do it? In the studio right now, I have Digital Rasta, he's also called Currency, who is handling my camera for me. And Richie Flex is the editor director who will be doing the editing for you to enjoy all the quality stuff we have here on Sammy Flex TV. First, today, I think around, okay, let me be very sure. I don't have to even do guesses. Yeah, let me just be very straight with issues on this so I handle it once and for all. So, at exactly 8:12 a.m. today, as in Friday 22nd September, exactly 8:12 today, I received a WhatsApp message from one Jude, who is one of the staff members of the Accra Sports Stadium, or the NSA. And I know this particular Jude guy is an affiliate to Team Stoneboy, and I don't have a problem with that, as a matter of fact. I don't have a problem for him to be an affiliate to them. Once again, let me also reiterate this point again. In my discharge of duties as a management member of Shatta Wale's team, I don't have disrespect for any other artist. I don't disrespect Stoneboy. I'll never do that because I know he has also done well for himself. If it gets to any opportunity that I have to raise his brand, I'll do it. If it gets to any opportunity that I have to praise him for who he is, his talent, and any other thing he has done, I will do that without looking back. He's done well for himself, and he needs applause and commendation for. So if even Jude is a member of their team in Norway, that is no problem. But I know officially he works with the Accra Sports Stadium. So he sent me a message. Good morning, senior. Kindly note that the contract for Freedom Wave concert is ready. Today at 8:12 a.m. That was when the message came to me. Then I asked that, that's our contract. Let me screenshot this so I can give it to my editor to know I'm not guessing, because that is what I believe in. Be factual, be truthful, and you always sleep well. Then I asked that, does our contract still conflict with our setup days with Team Stoneboy? That's what I asked him. Does our contract still conflict with our setup days with Team Stoneboy? Then says, senior, he responded, senior, the contract is based on the agreement we had at our last meeting. And I said, okay, thank you, with the thank you emoji, aka the prayer emoji. And what he meant by senior, the contract is based on the agreement we had at our last meeting. The agreement the professor actually put on us, and sometimes I don't know if I should call it agreement or if I should call it the veto. The professor Peter Chumasi put on us was that, guys, I can't do anything about this. Do your show on 25th. Stoneboy does his show on 22nd. That was the kind of command or order we were giving. So he says, that is what it says. Then I said, okay, thank you. As a matter of fact, when some of these pieces of information come to me, I always have to go back to my team and discuss with them that this is their spirit. So once again, I communicated with my team that, guys, I've gotten a text message or a WhatsApp message from Jude from the Accra Sports Stadium saying that our contract is ready, so I can come for collection. I asked this question, and that was the answer I was given. Then the team, we actually went on a recess, or better still on a break. We all decided to go and think further about it before we communicate again. So that was in the morning. We all went on a recess in the afternoon. We connected. We oftentimes connect on phones because of our distances. We connected on phones and we had our meeting. And the meeting was that, guys, this is not the time for us to be doing back and forth, because from day one, we've told the stadium we are not comfortable with this. We've told the stadium this will not be convenient for us. We've told the stadium that we can't continue if it is like this. And they are still insisting that this is the only thing they can do for us. Then the team, after several conversations, thought that, Charlie, would this show be very necessary for us to do it? Because we still look around it, and there are still issues we see in the future. Issues of setup, issues of the fact that we are not going to be comfortable, issues of this and that. So once again, we needed to go on a recess, because when we came back in the afternoon, we still couldn't make a decision, because, Charlie, it is hard to make a call when we know very well how the issues are. So In the afternoon of yesterday in Accra, or today in Accra, it rained heavily. I took a nap. When I woke up, this dawned on me. And after thinking about it over and over, I decided to put it in a letter form and to present it to the CEO of Shatta Movement Empire, that is Charles Niyama Mensah Shatta Wale. And this is what I'm about to read to you now. I wrote, of course, dated 22nd September 2023, I wrote, Dear Shatta Wale, I hope this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. I'm writing to you today, not only as a fan, but also as someone deeply concerned for your well-being and the safety of your team. It has come to my attention that the upcoming annual Freedom Wave Festival at the Accra Sports Stadium faces significant political hurdles and potential traps that could lead you to your arrest and even a possible loss of your freedom, though you want to organize a Freedom Wave concert. This situation is deeply troubling, and I feel compelled to share my concerns with you. Political tensions have been rising, and the authorities have recently allocated a venue to another musician, a move that seemed designed to disrupt your show and cause discomfort to your team and fans. The environment is fraught with uncertainty and potential conflict. As much as we all look forward to the Freedom Wave Festival every year, I urge you to consider the safety and well-being of yourself, your team, and your fans. In these politically charged times, it is crucial to make a decision that prioritizes your security. I understand how important this festival is to you and your fans, but the risk involved in pushing forward with the event this year are too great. I implore you to seriously contemplate canceling the event and exploring alternative options for the safety of everyone involved. Your music is a source of inspiration and unity, and your well-being is of paramount importance to us, your fans. Please take this message to heart and make the difficult but necessary decision to ensure your safety and the continued success of your career. Finally, I would rather advise that we rescind our decision not to take bookings for December and accept any profitable bookings henceforth. With utmost respect and concern, Sammy Flex, concerned management member. This is the piece I actually wrote to Shatta Wale, and maybe I can take my time to break it down for you. Why I'm saying that, I'm writing to him not only as someone who loves him, but as someone who cares. And that, looking at the Freedom Wave concert and all the issues around it, unlike last year, this year is fraught with so many issues, including the fact that the stadium not understanding how we want to do our things, and I think it is troubling. And guys, look at Ghana at the moment. Occupy, Julobi House, boom, 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 blah, 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 this and that. And knowing that the last time we went for a meeting at the Accra Sports Stadium with the Professor Peter Chumasi, telling us, getting calls from high places. From high places. When I say high places, I mean high places. Getting calls from serious political leaders about him and Stonebwoy thing. I am thinking that, Charlie, looking at the tension already, and you guys and Stonebwoy knowing your history, and of course, nobody should be a hypocrite about Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale's history. Their history is not nice. Their history is about gun pulling. Their history is about someone fighting on a stage. Their issue is about this and that. Their issue is about an award scheme not going well for someone. Their issue is about so many things that can cause disruptions. So me, humbly, I suggested that because there are some fans who don't take some of these things lightly. And that because I want him to be safe, he shouldn't encourage more feud. He shouldn't encourage more clashes. He shouldn't encourage more talks. He should just call off the show. So that at least we are in September. The show is called off. Nothing will be said about the show again. So Stonebwoy's team can successfully, peacefully, and harmoniously go ahead to organize their show. In fact, on the day, if it becomes necessary that we all go and witness the event, or even if it becomes necessary that we all go and support the event, we will go and support him as well. Then I said that I pray that he understands this, because it is not only about him, it's about the fans, it's about the team members who will be working on this. Now imagine that when Stoneboy's team is done doing the show, and the next team that are to do the setup goes to the Accra Sports Stadium, and they are doing setup, and they even tell someone, Charlie, you speak, and if we take the speaker from here, move the stage from here so that we can also do something, and a misunderstanding ensues. Someone slaps someone, someone use hammer to hit someone, someone use a speaker to hit someone. Like anything at all can happen. Do you know whose name will be mentioned? It will be Shatta Wale's name that will be mentioned. Fans can clash. Logistics suppliers can clash. Like so many things can happen. In fact, some of us, as leaders of the organization, people can even come at us. My children are still young. My wife still needs me. I suggested to him that, guy, can we call this off so there will be peace? After all, December, so many people have been calling us since for bookings. And he said, oh, because of our December show, we shouldn't even take any booking because we want to do 25th December. But looking at all that is happening, I suggested to him that, can we call off these shows and rather take these bookings and do the shows? These were my suggestions. And I told him that we need to do this for the safety of everybody, including himself. Because see, if any of these things should happen, he will be the first person who will be called. Because we have watched his live video, we've watched how emotional he was, and I keep saying that if you are doing everything and you are not emotional about it, then it means you don't have what you are doing at heart. Everything you are doing, you have to be emotional about it. You see this work, Sammy Flex TV, I'm emotional about it. That's why when you come in, I'm fighting with my staff members. You will not be maybe loving me. Maybe everybody will think, oh, Sammy Flex doesn't get angry. When you come in and ask me, I fight with them. Why did you put it? Because I'm emotional about it. Let's put everything down and move on with our lives. After all, we won't die. So that any other person who will call for a gig, December, let's take money. As much as it is good, it meets our level, let's take it and just go and play it. That is what I suggested to my brother. And I'm so happy that when I put this out, within some minutes, he also came to respond. And that I would want to read, and we wrap up the conversation so we are good. When the letter went to him, as a matter of fact, listen, I sent the letter to him. I've seen so many people asking, why, if I'm a management member, why am I sending a letter out? Well, that is their problem. I sent the letter to him, but because I want the fans of Shatta Movement, who are also asking questions about whether the show will be happening or not, I decided to also share the letter out there on social media so everybody will understand what exactly we are dealing with. So I shared the letter with Shatta himself, and I also put the letter on social media for any other person to know exactly what I'm talking about. Then he responded beautifully, and I'm going to read his response as well. As of the time I was recording this, he had responded some 4 hours ago. And he said, public announcement. In good faith, I take this and I'll leave the rest for the fans to discuss and see how I have been a target in this country because of my outspoken and confidently saying things the way they should be said in a country like Ghana. Attached is a video my dad sent to me a few weeks ago, and the understanding is what my brother and manager Sammy Flex TV has said. Since I started working with you, I have seen changes in myself and my spirituality in the maker of heavens. Have grown to the point where wisdom, knowledge, and understanding can't be compared to God's timing. Fans of Shatta Movement, kindly take your time and read deeply into what our big brother and manager Samuel Tobiban has written, and let's discuss better days ahead. Thank you. I'll be live soon. Thank you, Shatta Movement. Always remember, for life is for life. This is how Shatta Wale also responded to the humble request that I put forth. So guys, if you are watching this, you can also share with anybody. It is not under any condition. It is not as if someone is scared of anything. It's not as if someone is afraid of something. That's why we are calling this off. It is for the peace of both artists, Stoneboy and Shatta Wale. They need to live in peace. That is why it has become necessary that we call off the show. As it starts now, I've seen some people calling, oh, why don't you take it to Takrade? Why don't you take it to Kumasi? Why don't you take it to Tamale? Why don't you take it? I said, okay, we are open. Taking it here, taking it there is all about money. If anybody at all wants Freedom Wave concert to happen and they are ready to put money on the table, we are good to go. So if you want it in Kumasi, can you put money on the table? We can go and do it in Kumasi. If you want it in Tamale, Cape Coast, Takrade, wherever you want this show to happen, Freedom Wave concert, put money on the table and we'll come and do it. And that is what we want everybody to know. So guys, it is not about any long talk. We don't want to say much. Freedom Wave concert, as it stands now, as I talk to you, has been called off until further notice. Maybe if it becomes necessary that for some reasons we rescind our decisions, we are fine. So I also want to make this public that we are open for booking. In fact, we decided not to do any booking throughout December. In fact, from November, we decided not to do any booking. But now that this show is cancelled, we are open. If you want a Shatta Movement show from November through December, any other day for any gig, give us a call. My number is what you have on the screen. Anytime, any day, when you call me, as much as I have time, I'll respond. Let's have a conversation and everything will be fine. Apart from that, we don't have any problem. Everybody is fine. Shatta is fine. In fact, nobody should think, oh, Shatta is worried, Shatta is crying. No, Shatta is fine. He's very okay. This evening I've been talking to him. He's fine. High spirits. Of course, it's a Friday, so everybody's in a weekend spirit. And that's how I want everybody to take it. So let me leave it here. I wouldn't say much. To everybody who wants any explanation or whatsoever today, what is happening, this is it and nothing else. As it stands now, our show has been called off for now at the Accra Sports Stadium until further notice. If it becomes necessary, come back to it. We will still use our platforms to communicate. Thanks to Shatta Wale for listening to my humble appeal, and I pray the fans accept this in good faith. My name is Sammy Flex, a management member of the Shatta Movement team. Until then, be part of this platform, because anytime that it becomes necessary for us to share any information about the Shatta Movement camp, this is where we will be sharing it. Subscribe to us and let's do some more. Sammy Flex, I'm out of here.